What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be checking out a new plugin from Waves called Silk Vocal. Now, what Silk does is dynamically reduce resonances and vocals to make them sound better and cleaner. Now, this isn't the first plugin to do this kind of processing. We have Soothe that does this, Smooth Operator by Baby Audio that does that as well as Golfoss and a few others. But the way Waves created this plugin is unique and different than the others, and they also added a few different tools to the mix. In today's video, I'll show you the plugin and we'll check it out on a couple different vocals. Let's go. All right, guys, so here is Silk Vocal. They actually have two different versions. There's Silk Vocal and then this one, Silk Vocal Live. Now, they are the exact same thing. It's just Silk Vocal Live is created with less latency, which probably means a little less quality on the processing power, but it works well for broadcast or live uses. So those are the two differences. We'll just use this one today just because it's the same idea depending on which one you're using. So as you can see, you have three different sections here. You have the low, the mid, the high. And so what this will do is dynamically reduce each section. And the more you turn it up, the more it's going to dynamically reduce that section. So the first is from 20 hertz to 300 hertz, then 300 hertz to 4K, then 4K up to all the way to 20. And you can switch the resolution here. It doesn't switch the sound, but they kind of figure 12K is about the upper register of the vocal you're going to be reducing. I think that's fine, but if you need to go further, you can and take it up to 16. In the middle band, you can change the frequency. So if you don't want it to affect any of these lower frequencies, or you don't want it to affect the upper register of the mids, you can pull these levers in and it won't affect the outer band. Okay, so a little more adjustability on the middle band. You can also hit these headphones and it will solo the frequency so you can get a better idea of what you're doing. The high band, which you could kind of call the de-esser, has either a bell shape or a shelf type shape. You can switch those, and a lot of de-essers do that already. Delta knob up here so you can hear overall what you're doing. And then lastly, on this section, we have the male or the female. You can pick which vocal you are processing, and supposedly that's going to help Waves algorithm change what it's actually doing to the vocal. Moving to your right, this is the part that Waves added that some of these other programs like Soothe don't have, is they have an overall dynamic compressor after the EQ processing. It's just like a one lever. It reminds me of RVox, and I meant to compare it to RVox to see if it was the same kind of processing. Hadn't had a chance to do that, but you just pull it down and it starts compressing the vocal. What's cool here is you can hit this button or pull this button here and it will turn it down the output as you turn the compression up, because the compressor gets louder here. On and off button right up here. And then I already have it open, but there's this little lever that you can switch here to get a few more options. This is a high pass filter, just puts a high pass filter at 60 hertz. This is the speed of the dynamic equalizer, and it's attack and release on both, one knob. Precision adjusts the bell of the frequency. So sharper, it's going to be a little bit tighter, but it might give you more artifacts. Smoother, it won't be as tight, and you won't be able to pull out all the little nasty frequencies that you might not like, but you'll have less artifacts. Makeup is exactly what you think it is, enables makeup gain from the processing. Next is the gate knob. This will add a gate to the process after the EQ. This can be helpful sometimes if you're using like the dynamics and you're bringing up the noise floor. It will take out some of that stuff that you might not want. Last but not least is a mix knob where you can mix in the processing. So if you just want half of the processing or full processing, you can do that. All right, so let's get on to some examples. First, I have a vocal from my friend Rhea Raj. Make sure to check her out. I'm going to play it without the processing just so you can hear how it sounds raw, and then I'll turn it on while we're listening back.
Was running in circles the moment I met you. Don't lie, cause once you go under, I know you'll be hooked too. I'ma be a new type. From one hit, one look in my body, boy, I'm changing your life. Bet that you didn't see it coming.
Okay, so you can hear what it does. It's cleared out a bunch of the lows, maybe too much, bit of the mids, and started de-essing the top end. So this plugin can kind of do a couple different things we might do with 2 or 3 plugins by doing some dynamic compression or equalization for your lows, and then a de-esser with another plugin. It kind of does it all in one. Let's play with it a bit more and see if we can dial it in more. We're going to switch it to female, and then maybe decrease a bit of the lows and see what happens if we push a little more mid compression in there.
Was running in circles the moment I met you. Don't lie, 'Cause once you go under, I know you'll be hooked too. I'ma be a new type. From one hit, one look in my body. Boy, I'm changing your life. Bet that you didn't see it coming. Mine was running in circles the moment I met you. Don't lie, lie, lie. 'Cause once you go under, I know you'll be hooked too.
So it sounds good. It's definitely cleaned up the vocals, gotten some of that low-end proximity effect out. It's cleaned up a little bit of the S's and tailored in a little bit of the mids that might be a little too sharp here or there. Lastly, let's just turn on the compressor and see what that does.
Mine was running in circles the moment I met you. Don't lie, lie, lie. 'Cause once you go under, I know you'll be hooked too. I'ma be a new type. From one hit, one look in my body. Boy, I'm changing your life. Bet that you didn't see it coming.
So that's cool there. Maybe a bit too much compression that we pulled on it. But it's nice to have that added feature in there just to do a quick and clean vocal cleanup before maybe adding additional processing. All right, next let's check out a male voice. This is my buddy Matt Corman. Check him out. He's a great rapper and doing really well right now. I'll play it first without it and then I'll turn it on.
About to go and set it off. I'ma take it around the world. Born flights across the pond. Fall in love with all these girls. About to blow the whistle. Can't explain to you the feeling moving like a missile. Lifestyle rich and famous. Still I fucking miss you. Back against the wall. I got people that rely on me. I'm someone they can call. Who gon' catch me if I fall? That don't matter here at all. I'm a man of the about to go and set it off. I'ma take it around the world. Born flights across the pond. Fall in love with all these girls. About to blow the whistle. Can't explain to you the feeling moving like a missile. Lifestyle rich and famous. Still I fucking miss you. Back against the wall. I got people that rely on me. I'm someone they can call. Who gon' catch me if I fall? That don't matter here at all. I'm a man, I need some action for distractions when they call. About to go and set it off. I'ma take it around the world. Born flights across the pond. Fall in love with all these girls. About to blow the whistle. Can't explain to you the feeling moving like a missile. Lifestyle rich and famous. Still I fucking miss you. Back against the wall. I got people that rely on me. I'm someone they can call. Who gon' catch me if I fall? That don't matter here at all. I'm a man, I need some action for distractions when they call. Need to blow the whistle.
So sounds good. We cleaned the vocal up, made it a little bit more up in your face with the dynamics. I think you do have to be a little bit careful with the plugin not to overdo it because you can feel like you're cleaning everything up, but then you're also going to lose all the life of the vocal. That tends to be the problem with some of these like Soothe 2 or Smooth Operator. You'll be like, oh, this sounds so much better, but you'll realize that you've killed all the life of the vocal. So do use these with caution. Sometimes, when you feel you have dialed in, bring it back a bit and it will sound a bit more lifelike, but adding the process of the cleanup that the plugin is intended to do. So that is the Wave Silk vocal plugin. Like I said, there are other plugins that do this, but it is an all-in-one plugin that you can use just for vocals, and Wave's plugins are usually on the cheaper side, so it might be a good option if you're looking for some sort of processing like this. Let me know what you guys think of the plugin in the comments below. If you need your songs mixed or mastered, hit me up at mixandmastermysong.com. You can also find my presets and courses there too. Talk to you soon.